Sarah. I come from the Word of Life Harvest Ministry, and today I want to share with you the Word of God. And our word is all about trusting and waiting upon God. When you talk about trusting God, it does not only apply to waiting upon God when you are sure He's coming to help you. When you talk about trusting God, it means we trust upon Him whether we are sure He's going to help us, or even at that times when we are not sure He's going to rescue us. Most of us do trust and wait upon God just when they are sure that God is going to do something unto them. When everything is okay, when things are going well, you don't see the need of trusting God. We are going to look at 3 men of God who said that irrespective of whether they were sure or not, whether the God they worshipped was going to rescue them or not, they were to trust and wait upon Him. There are 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and I read just a few verses from the book of Daniel, chapter 3, and I'll start from verse 3, and it says, "So all the men came and stood in front of the idol that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then the man who makes announcement for the king spoke in a loud voice, 'All you people from many nations and language groups, listen to me. This is what you are commanded to do. You must bow down as soon as you hear the sound of all the musical instruments. When you hear the horns, flutes, reeds, cymbals, harps, pipes, and all other musical instruments, you must worship the gold idol. King Nebuchadnezzar has set these idols up. Whoever does not bow down and worship this gold idol will immediately be thrown into a very hot furnace.'" They were all to bow and worship those idols. But these 3 men said, irrespective of whether the God they served was coming to rescue them or not, they were not to worship any idol god. So today I'm here to tell you, irrespective of what you are going through, you may be going through so many challenges in this life. But the challenges that you are going through should not stop you from trusting and waiting upon God. When things are working well, most of the people fail to worship this God. When things are good, many people don't see the need of trusting and waiting upon this God. But I'm a witness, and I know and I believe that for all those who wait upon this God, for all those who give their trust to God, God always comes and rescues them in that very moment that they least expect. When you are going through that fire in your life, you may be going through the darkest moment of your life, but stop or never fail to trust upon God. When you are sick, when you don't have that job, when you don't have everything that you need in this life, please keep on waiting upon God. By the end of the darkness, by the end of the tunnel, I always say that there is light. So your trust, your hope should always be set upon God. Waiting upon God does not mean that you should wait Him just because you are sure He's coming to rescue you. You should not wait upon Him when you are sure that He is coming to rescue you. You should wait, you should trust upon Him at all times. In bad and in good situations, God remains to be God. No situation changes Him. The things that you are going through this life will not change God. Your pain will never change God. The trials you are facing will never change God. The challenges you are going through will never change God. In all situations, our God remains to be holy. Whether we trust upon Him, whether we wait upon Him or not, He still remains to be God. He can do things that no one can do. He changes the situation that no man can ever change. So when you wait upon Him, He's never going to let you down. He's never going to forsake you. Your friends may leave you. Your shadow also may leave you, but God will never leave you. So it's upon you. It's a decision that everyone should make of trusting and waiting upon God. Challenges should not stop you. Pain should never stop you to trust upon God. The tears that you are going through each and every moment of your life, the trials that you face in each and every day of your life should not stop you from trusting God. Whether you are sick, please don't fail to trust in Him. Don't only trust upon God when things are working well. When you have that job, is that time that you feel that you should wait upon this God. When you have that job, is that time you feel that you should thank this God. He's a God who should be worshipped, a God who should be served, whether you are sure or not. Because He's our God, He was there, He's here, and He'll forever be there. No situation changes Him, nothing at all in this world can ever change Him. Those 3 men were not sure whether that their God was going to rescue them, but they told the king, irrespective of whether our God is coming to rescue us, whether He's coming or He's not coming, whether He will come when we have already died or He will come before we die, we are not going to serve idols. So, never let anything, never let your problems, never let the challenges you go through this life stop you from worshiping God. As this, in our nation, we may be going through a lot of challenges. We may be going through many situations, but all those situations should never stop us from worshiping God. All the situations that we face in this life should never stop us from waiting upon God. The situation that we are in currently should not stop us. Whether we live in pain for many years, I always say, and I'll repeat it again, that no season lasts forever. There is time for everything. There is time for each and everything to be done. Waiting upon God should not be limited by anything. The problems should not limit you. The challenges should not limit you. Trials and pain should not limit you. Nothing at all should limit you or should ever stop you from waiting upon God. So it's upon you to make a decision. You make it a wise one, a nice decision of whether you are going to trust upon God, whether you are going to wait Him, whether you are going to wait until He comes. But I know for all those who will wait upon God, for all those who will keep their trust upon this God, they are never going to be disappointed. They are never going to be lost in this world. Nothing will ever take them away from the love of God. He's so merciful, He's so loving, He's a caring God, and He can do things that no man can do. He changes situations that no human being can change. He surpasses everything in this world. He is a friend who will never leave you. He is a friend who will never forsake you. He's also a friend who will never leave you just because you are in trials. He will never leave you just because you are in pain. He will never leave you just because you are jobless. He will never leave you just because you are sick and that you are in that hospital bed, or whether you are at your bed lying when you are hopeless. He will always be there for you. At times, life may seem to be difficult. Things may seem like they are not working well. Challenges may seem that they have taken it all. But even at that time you feel like you have lost it, don't ever fail to trust upon God. Don't ever fail to wait upon Him. Wait upon this God. Wait upon Him. Keep on waiting Him. Keep on praying. Keep on seeking His face, and He will never leave you. He will never forsake you, nor will He ever leave you to that point that you feel like you have lost it all. God is faithful. God is so merciful. He's so caring. He's so loving, and He can do it to all those who trust upon Him. Let your trust, let all your hope be upon God. May you always desire to do things that only pleases Him alone. Do things that only glorifies His name. Do things that only pleases and that things that only seek to glorify God. When you do all that, He will never leave you. He will never forsake you. He will never ever let you feel down. Feeling low, at times I say it's normal. Feeling disappointed is always what, and it's always normal to feel disappointed. At times you may be in pain, and that's normal, but that should not stop you from trusting upon God. Nothing at all should stop you from waiting upon our God. Nothing at all in this world should stop you from trusting upon Him. Wait until He comes. Keep on waiting. Don't limit our God. He should not be limited. He should not be given time. We fail just because, and most human beings do fail because they give God time limit. You expect something to be done in your own time. You tell God that you want this thing to be done within 2 years. What if that is not the plan of our God? What if that is not what God has planned for you? What if that is not what God wants for you? What will you do? You should never limit God. I always say that in God's own perfect time, He makes everything beautiful. He makes everything perfect. He makes everything work for good. When you wait upon Him, you are going to get what is best. Because God always works to give us what is good for us, what is best for us, for He knows what is good for each and every one of us. We may never know what is best for us. We may think that what we desire is what God wants to give us. We may think that what we want is what God wants to give us, but that is not the case. God has good plans for us. God has good things in store for us. But if we keep on and we are like we should not wait Him, we are so stubborn. At times we fail to wait upon Him. Why should we do that? When we know that God has good plans for us, when we know that God is our God, when we know that God is the provider, He's the giver of everything, He's the provider of all good things. He can give all good things to those who wait upon Him. To all those who trust upon God, He gives what is best for them. And He knows what we desire. He knows what is good for us. He knows what is best for us and for each and every one of us. I may be longing to have a car today, but that should not. Maybe that is not the plan of God. I may be desiring to have a good house today, but maybe God wants me to have that good house maybe in a lifespan of maybe like 2 to 3 years to come. But that should not give me a reason of not waiting upon Him. When we all know that God gives what is best for His people, when we know that God has the good things that we desire, nothing at all should ever stop us from trusting and should not stop us from waiting upon this God. Keep on waiting on Him. Keep on trusting. Keep all your trust upon this God. Your hope should only be laid in God. He is the giver of everything. He is the provider of all good things. He is the Creator, He is the finisher, and He will come to give you what you want. Your pains, your struggles, your trials, your temptations should not stop you from waiting upon this God. They were not sure. They did not know when they were to be thrown in that fire whether God was going to rescue them. But they told the king, whether our God was coming to rescue us or not, nothing will stop us from trusting Him. Whether we are going to die in this fire or not, we are still going to trust and wait upon God. Whether we are going to die here, we are still going to wait upon God, and we are not going to bow down to any idol. Irrespective of what we are going through, don't stop of waiting upon God. You should never worship idol just because you want good things to happen to you. The devil is a liar. Today I declare and I say that he is a liar, and he got nothing to give unto you. He is a thief. Whatever he can give you, he has already stolen from someone else. So whatever he has stolen, even if he gives you, it's just for a while. But that does not mean that he is going to give you that you are going to last forever. It will not last forever. It will not last to eternity. He will still one day come and take it away. But whatever God gives unto us, He gives good and perfect things. He is the giver of all good things. He is the giver of all good and perfect things in this world. Because all good things belong unto Him. And for all those who wait unto Him, they receive what is best for them. Our God is so merciful. Our God, He gives hope to all who have lost hope. He gives peace to all those who does not have peace. He is so merciful. He's so marvelous. When you keep on waiting upon Him, when you keep on praying, pray, keep on praying, keep on seeking His face, and you are never going to be disappointed. Keep on trusting upon Him. He's never going to let you down. When all things when you seem to have lost everything, He comes and restores everything. He comes and gives everything unto you back. My friends, dear friends, please, I say that you should not stop waiting upon our God. There is time for everything. Every time, everything should be done on its own time. Today, I say that you should trust upon God, and I'm talking about waiting. When I say about waiting, don't limit God. Don't give him a life limit, and don't give him a limit of when he's going to do things for you. Let everything work for good. Let everything work and happen at its own time. Because for all those who wait upon God, I have seen them. I have seen those who wait upon God receiving what they want from God. Always ask God, and when you pray something, when you pray that God would give you something, always remember to tell him that his will may be done, that his will may be granted. Because I may be praying for a good house, but it may not be the will of God. It may not be what God wants to give me at this time. Our situation should not stop us from waiting upon God. Many people trust upon God when everything is well. You trust upon God when you feel all is good. You trust upon God when you feel that your family is working well. When everything you desired, when all your dreams have been accomplished, when all your dreams have been achieved, that's the time when most people worship God. That's the time when most people praise and say that God is so powerful. But I'm here to say that our God should be worshipped in season and out of season, in pain and when we are in happiness, in trials and also in good times, in sad and also in good moments. You should trust, you should wait, and you should always praise the name of God. Challenges should not stop you. But challenges have been like, people don't worship God when they are in challenges. People don't worship God when they are in pain. People don't worship God when they are facing trials. When you are facing challenges, when many are not working, when many jobs have failed, they don't worship God. But that should not be the exact reason for not trusting God. You should wait upon him. You should trust on him. You should keep all your trust in him. In all situations, God remains to be God. In every situation, God remains to be holy. In all situations, God will forever, and he will forever be holy. Nothing will change him. Not pain will change him. No trials will change him. Challenges will not change him. And our struggles will not change him. Whether our nation is in pain, whether we are in test, our God will remain to be God. Whether we are in struggles, our God will remain to be God. Nothing will ever change him. Nothing will ever stop him from being God. Nothing will change his position. Nothing will stop him from being God, from being the creator of heaven and earth. No struggles, no pain, and I repeat again, nothing at all will change our God. He has been so faithful, he is so faithful, and forever he will be faithful. And to all those who are going to trust upon him, to all those who are going to wait upon him, to all those who are going to keep their trust unto him, to all those who are going to wait unto him without looking behind, without keeping their trust on other idols, God is going to rescue them. God is going to rescue their nation. God is going to rescue their families. God is going to rescue all what? And there he's going to rescue them from all the plan of the devil. The devil comes only to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But God came and he sent his son that we all live. And to all those who believe, who trust, who wait upon God, I'm sure they are going to see his deeds. They are going to see what God can do into their lives. They are going to see what God can do, and they will keep on praising and saying that God is powerful and he will not change, and they will see his deeds and they will live to glorify God. I'm a witness, and I'm sure that God changes. He has changed my life. He has changed my situation. At times I felt like I have lost everything. There is a time in my life I felt like I have lost all I had. I have lost hope, but he came and gave it back unto me. Sometimes I go through pain and I feel like I have lost everything. At times the devil lies unto me and he tells me that I have lost everything. But my God has never left me. He has always been by my side. He has stood by me. He has seen me through that darkness, and by the end of it all, when I feel like there is darkness, he always tells me that by the end of tunnel there is always light. So I'm here to encourage each and every one of you. You may be going through pain. You may be going through struggles in this life. You may be going through hard times in your life. That should not stop you from trusting and waiting upon God. The pain that you are in today should not stop you from waiting upon God. The challenges that you are facing should never stop you from waiting upon God. The trials you may be going through should never ever be the reason as to why you are not trusting God. The struggles you may be going through, you may be jobless today, but that should not be enough reason as to why you will not stop worshiping and waiting upon this God. The pain should never stop you. Whether you are sick, whether you are lying in that hospital bed, whether you are lying at your bed at home, you are hopeless, you feel like you have lost everything, never ever stop trusting and waiting upon God. Never ever stop never lose hope for this life. I always say that whenever you wake up each and every day and you find that you are alive, whenever you wake up and you feel that you have that strength, whether you have money or you don't have, whether you are in good health or you are not in good health, the fact that you are alive and you are breathing, know that God has left you and He has given you another chance that you may live to testify and to witness His goodness. Whenever you find that you are living, whenever you find that you are alive, know that there are many who wish that they could see that day. Many wish that they could have achieved their dreams, but they never did. Many achieved their dreams, but they are not alive today. Many accomplished all their plans, gone well, but they are not today. But you may be there and you don't have hope. You feel like you don't have hope. You feel like you have lost everything. But I'm telling you that you should always be grateful. Whenever you find that you are alive, always be grateful. Always tell God, thank you for giving me another chance. Always tell God, thank you for the gift of life. There are many who would have wished to have that gift of life, but they are not alive. Many would have wished that they were there, even if they don't have money, even if they are jobless, even if they are sick, they would have wished they are there with their families. But you are there, you are alive, yet you are still complaining that you are jobless. You are still complaining that you don't have food. You are still complaining that you don't have a car, you don't have a big house. That should not be a reason as to why you should not give God thanks. Give thanks for each and every moment that God gives unto you. Tell God thank you for each and every chance that He gives unto you. Tell God for the gift, thanks for the gift of life, for the gift of parents, for the gift of loving and caring family. Tell Him thank you. Many always wish that they had that one person that they can call their family, but they don't have. But you are there, you have everything you want in this life, you have everything, but you don't see the need to thank God. You see like everything that you have, it has come just because you are hardworking. Not at all. Many are hardworking, many have everything that they wanted, but they don't even have that peace of mind. But you have peace, but you are there complaining that you don't have a good vehicle, you don't have a good house. It's not bad to have all that. It's not bad to have that big house. It's not bad to have that good vehicle that you wish that you would have. But the fact that you are alive, you have the chance to do what you want. The fact that you are alive, it means that God is not yet done with you. You have not accomplished all what God wanted you to do where you are in this life. So please, 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 when you find that you are there, you are alive, you are breathing, tell God thank you. Tell your Redeemer, thank you for giving me another chance. My Father, you say, my Father, thank you for giving me another day that I may praise you, that I may glorify you, that I may ever worship you, that I will live to testify the goodness that you have done unto me. Is not normal, and never take it for granted to see that you are living. I don't take it for granted. Being granted the gift of life is a privilege. It's not something that you can be given by your friends. It can never be given by your parents, no matter how much they love you. It can never be given by your husband, irrespective of how much he loves you. They may love you, but there are some things that can never be given to you by another fellow human beings. All things, the gift of life, we are given for free by our God. So, each and every time, be thankful. When you have trials, say thank you to your God. When you have challenges, always tell God thank you. When you are there, tell God thank you for being there for you. Struggles and pain, let them never ever stop you from trusting and waiting upon God. Your pains, your challenges, let them never stop you from trusting upon Him. Never let trials or challenges lead you to worshiping of idols. Never let the pain that you are going through lead you to worshiping the idols. Always worship your God, whether you have what you want or you don't have what you want. Whether you are pain or you are in good health, always worship and wait upon God. They waited upon their God, but when they were thrown into that fire, they were never burned because God was there and He rescued them. They had trusted Him even in that situation when they were not even sure whether He was going to rescue them. The king asked them, what if their God was not going to rescue them? But saying, irrespective of whether He's going to rescue us or not, nothing will make us worship these idol gods. And to you, never ever worship idol for the things of this world. Never worship idols to receive what you want in this life. God can give you all what you want. All you have to do is wait upon Him, trust in Him, never limit Him, for in His own perfect time, He's going to give you what is best for you. In His own perfect time, He's going to make everything beautiful, and He's going to let everything work for your own good. Our God is so faithful, He's so merciful, He's so marvelous, and He has done it, and He can also do it to us. He can do it to a nation, He can do it to everyone, as long we wait and trust upon Him. Let us stand in our gaps, do what is required of us, pray our part, and leave the rest to God. In His own perfect time, He is going to change the situation in our nation. He is going to change the situation that we are going through. He is going to change the situation that we are in when we just wait and leave everything unto Him. Let's stand in our position, wait upon our God, do in accordance and live in all accordance to His will, and He is going to rescue us. He's going to do what is best for us in His own and perfect time. He can do it, He has done it, and He will do it. Remember our challenges, we are not going to stop our God from remaining to be faithful. God will remain to be faithful, God will remain to be holy in each and every situation. In all situation, He remains to be holy. In all situation, He remains to be faithful. In pain, in darkness, in all times, He remains to be faithful. He never changes, and no human being can ever change Him. Our trials and our challenges, and I repeat again, they are not going to change Him. Our current situation will not going to change our God. So it's upon us, and it's a decision that we are going to make of whether we are going to trust and wait upon Him, or we are going to let everything and do it in accordance with us. But let me tell you that nothing we can do on our own. Nothing we can do without God. If God can live without us, but we can never live without Him. He can do each and everything without us, but us, we can never do anything and nothing at all we can do on our own. Without God, we are helpless. Without God in our nation, without trusting upon Him in our nation, we should trust Him. On behalf of our families, we should trust upon God. And for our nation, we trust in Him, and He is going to change everything. He is going to change our situation. He is going to change everything, and everything will work for good for those who are going to wait and trust upon God. Is my prayer that we are going to worship and trust this God. It's our prayer that each and every one of us will make a decision of trusting God. In and out of season, when you are in pain, when you are in challenges, when you are going through trials, please keep on waiting upon God, and you are never going to be disappointed, for He never leaves those who trust and wait upon Him. He has been faithful, and nothing will stop Him from being faithful. He is God. He will remain to be God now and forever. He will remain to be God, and nothing will change Him. Nothing at all is going to change Him. For all those who trust upon Him, for all those who are going to make a decision of trusting and waiting upon God, He is going to do things that no human being can ever do unto them. Nothing your fellow human being can do unto you. We can live together, but when it comes to things that God can do, no human being can do unto you. Wait upon Him, trust in Him, keep all your hope unto Him, all your trust unto your God, all your everything you want, keep it unto God. Give your God, or tell your God all you want, and He is going to change everything. He's going to change situation in each and every situation that we are going through. He remains to be God, and He's never going to change. Trust in Him for everything. He will do it. What no man can do, God can do it. What we think that our human beings can help us, God can do it all. He has been there. He is there. He sees each and everything that we are going through. He knows the pain that we are in. He knows the situation that our nation is in. He knows the struggles that we are facing through each and every day. And in His own time, He will change things. So, it's my prayer that you are going to trust unto Him, wait upon Him, trust in Him, believe in Him, and He is going to do everything, and He is going to take control of everything. Let Him take control of your life. Let Him take control of your family. Let Him take control of our nation, and we trust Him for the best, and we hope that He is going to change things. And so it is not only about hoping, for it's all about believing and trusting He's going to do it now, and He will never change. God is God, and nothing will ever change Him now and forever. Let's trust upon Him, wait upon Him, and I believe God is going to change you. May God bless you as you keep on believing in Him. May God bless you as you keep on your trust upon Him. May God bless you as you desire to live in accordance to His will. As you desire to do what pleases God, may He continue blessing you. May He continue remembering you as you desire to do what is best and to do what He has called you to do, and standing in your gap and doing what God has asked you to do. He's faithful, and He will not change